All right. Let's go to chatting. Oh, hey, look, the camera worked. Go me. Pro streamer. I'm a pro. I'm a professional. You do the thing. I mean, all right. It's good. It's not that bad. I mean, for having gone live and completely forgetting to plug the camera in the first place, I call it a win. Okay, wow, you guys, I have to scroll up to read all the chat. What is this? Bearden, hello. Direwitch, hello. Penta, hello. Nobo, hello. Beers and Frank, hello. Oh man, how are you guys doing? I love how Buttspot is already going at me. If Ash comes in here, can someone please remind me that that we need to tell Ash that Buttspot has already come after me. I always wanted to be a dragon, so not gonna lie, WoW may have me with it. Yes, see, no, but that's why I'm back. So many people are coming back, and I mean, we don't even have a release date or a pre-order for the new expansion yet, so I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm also back. I'm back. Bearden's back. Oh, actually, point on that. So Bearden and I have been in talks, and we decided, oh, I gotta move the mic up. Bearden and I have been in talks because we are starting up a WoW guild, a very laid back, casual raiding WoW guild that we're gonna do like normal and heroic and stuff. How are we? Pizza Lord, I'm fantastic. How are you today? Also, you owe someone a couple of drawings. Cough, Beers. Yeah, I know. Beers, I do owe you a couple drawings. Okay, Beers, if you would like to, at whatever point you want, let me know what you want drawn, and I will find a time in the stream as early as possible to draw that stuff out for you. Thank you for the shout out for Pizza Lord. Oh no, it's behind everything. Why? Why? I think we want, oh god, no, not back there. Okay, there we go. That should fix everything. Pizza Lord, how are you today? Okay, I think we have like a temperature issue on my camera, so hang on. Oh god, I'm like orange. Uh-oh. That one? That's not my normal color. Why is this so hard? All right, well, we're gonna stick with this. Cue Willy Wonka music. He's burning up. I'll make myself purple. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna stop touching things. I'm gonna take Penta's advice. I'm gonna stop touching things. Oompa loompa loompa dee doo. Don't touch it. Violet, you're Violet. God, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Beers, doggies and a giraffe. So I had to tell you guys a funny story while I get my drawing pad. So my daughter, she's learning all the words, and like one of her first words was doggy, and I don't even know how that came about. We don't have a dog. I don't know anyone that has a dog that she has seen. Well, okay, that's not true. Conway Mrs. has dogs. And she's been to the Conway Mrs. house a few times. But a few times, not a lot. Okay, and even when we go over there, the dogs are usually like gated in another room because they're, gonna like trample the poor baby. She's working. I mean, that's fine with me, Penta. I want a dog. Short Gem's the one who won't let me get a dog. I was told when we moved into a house we could get a dog, and she still won't let me get a dog. So you guys bring that up with her next time you see her, because we all want a dog. She's the mean one. Okay, let me get my drawing. Moist. That's breach of contract. Get a pupper, see? Or else. Dun dun dun. That's breach of contract. I love it, Penta. Okay. All right, let me see. So how's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday. Hump Day. And you know, that should be a holiday. Hump Day. Celebrate it. It's we celebrate it with the Hump Day camel. Nobo! You gifted a sub? Oh my god, Nobo, thank you so much for the gifted sub! Let Pup Time bless your chat. Oh my god. What? Wait, what is Pup Time? I just assumed that was random. Did you target that? I don't even know who. I don't know who Pup Time is. Pup Time is. Oh, Pup Time is a bot. Oh my god. What does Pup Time bot do? Oh, I need to know about this. Some back pain today. Dire Witch, I'm glad you're good otherwise, but I'm sorry you are in pain. Obviously, we don't want that. But at least it's some and not like debilitating. So I've been watching court arguments for the last 3 hours. Are you watching like the Depp Heard trial or the Heard Depp trial or whatever that everybody's all on about? When you say pup, pupper, pup time, dog, etc., you'll get 5 random dog emotes. I love that. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Nobo, thank you so much. Number 1, thank you so much for the gifted sub. And number 2, that is so awesome. That is like the best bot. It's even better than Butts bot, which is an accomplishment in itself, because I didn't think there would be a bot that was better than Butts bot. Okay. Now I have to figure out why this is not doing it. Hang on. Drawings abound. Promise. There we go. Okay. Wasn't plugged in properly, I guess. I've been blessed to actually talk about the person who made Ooh! Who made Pup Time? Why? Oh no. This may not work. We may not be able to draw. I hope that's not the case. It might be drawing. I'm only talking to them via Pup Time account. Oh, okay. Not too fluff for me watching. Oh, okay. All right. Well, my drawing pad. You know what? Let me get some music on here too. My drawing pad doesn't seem to want to connect. Let me try something else. I think this is the right chord for it. I mean, that's kind of important too. Well, he touched it, I'm afraid. Yeah, I touched it. I had to touch it. All right, I'm gonna plug it straight into the computer. Normally I have it on a port. Okay, that worked. I got it. But of course I broke my chair. Nobo, I have to get one of those Secret Labs chairs. My chair is losing its mind. All right. It's drawing time. It's drawing time and then wowing. Then wowing. We're going to get invincible today. If anyone is familiar with Stevie's V for Vendetta server, and by V for Vendetta, I obviously mean V Rising. But if anyone plays on Stevie's V Rising server, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that I have been obsessed lately with Invincible, because that's my horse in V Rising. I named it Invincible. Okay. All right. Did I break my chair again? No, it's just, it is broken. It's progressively getting worse. You need to write the chair companies and ask for a chair. Someone will send you. I mean, they do have like affiliate programs and stuff, so it's not a crazy thing, but I think we have to be a little bigger. All right. I was gonna say, and I'm gonna do this after this one, I suppose, but Nobo, I'm going to do this because you subbed and I owe you a bean, but for the rest of tonight, I'm going to suspend beans for subs for a little bit, because I literally have sores in my mouth from the beans. There were so many beans. Okay. All right, so we need a pupper. Anything, Beers and Frank, you want anything specific about your pupper? Or do you just want a dog? I suppose I should have asked that while I was getting this set up instead of now sitting here. Fair enough. Push-ups. Push-ups for subs. Do I look like a guy that does lots of push-ups? I'm no Auron Spectre. Subtle shadow. All right. Surprise me. That's dangerous. I'm not a good surprise me person. Too many beans is bad. Thank you, Mr. Garrison. If you do this, you will. I mean, oh, well, Penta, you're not wrong. Oh, man. We're back up to 30 subs in like 2 streams in 10 minutes. Or 1 stream in 10 minutes. It's unbelievable, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh, by the way, speaking of that kind of thing, I don't want anyone to buy me anything, but I have thrown gifts on the bottom of the stream. Like if you scroll down, it's in the panels. So I got it and I put some stuff on there just because, but I don't want anyone to actually buy me anything. What I do think is funny though, you can go on there, and the reason that I wanted thrown gifts in the first place, you can actually go on there and suggest gifts, which can be very funny. So that's why I got it. So if you guys have anything funny you want to like suggest as a gift to throw on there, go for it. I mean, part of the reason too I got it is because I know Darwich and Penta said they wanted to send stuff or wanted a way to send stuff. So I figured it out, and it's thrown gifts. Not that I want you guys to send me anything, because I don't. So don't send me anything. But if you want to suggest funny things to send, then it's there. And I just think it's funny. Okay. All right. Let's draw a dog. How does one draw a dog? This is dangerous. Okay. Here's a dog's head. All right. And we've got dog ears and a dog eye and a dog nose. Okay. This is like a short-nosed dog. And it's got its little nose there. We see nothing. Penta, if you have to scroll down, it's under the stream, but it's it doesn't say thrown gifts. I think it just says it's like a little crown. It's a purple box. It's like a little crown. Pro streamer. The drawing. Oh my God. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. There you go. We made the drawing. Yep. Pro streamer. Pro. Absolute pro. Okay. But seriously, you should go on that thrown gifts thing and just find the most funny, obnoxious things to suggest. But don't send anything. It's wagging its tail because I haven't really thought this far ahead. So it's standing here. Those little doggy feet. Also, I just want to give a shout out to our wonderful stream team leader, Trivia Rose, who's her service dog. She just found out had cancer, and the cancer has come back now, I guess. So if you guys have a chance to see her online or something, please just drop in her stream or something and say hi and you know, try to cheer her up a little bit, because she's going through a rough patch. Graham has been her service dog, and we all know Graham from me getting yelled at from not saving Graham's picture from Edgewood. So or was it Ridgefield? I don't remember. Ridgefield? It's Ridgefield, I think. Anyway, we all know Graham from me not saving Graham's picture from Ridgefield. So if you see Trivia Rose on, please just pop in there and say something nice to try to cheer her up. All right. That's that out of the way. All right. And there's going to be... What do we have here? What do dogs like? Other than the obvious. They're like bones, right? Dogs like bones. Dogs like bones, and dogs also like bacon and birds. So we're gonna have a bird. Why do dogs like birds? I don't know. Fire hydrants. Oh, fire hydrants is a good one too. Okay, so we have a bird. And the bird is going to be on top of a fire hydrant. Or whatever this is. It kind of looks like I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. Oh God, no, I know what this looks like. This just keeps getting worse. No. All right. Oh my God, I can't not make this look terrible. We're just gonna have a bird. It's a bird. We're sticking with bird. Hi, Ash. Oh God. No, it's a bird. It's just a bird. It's a bird. Just a bird. Woo. Ash, how are you today? God, let's take the subject and move it anywhere else. But oh yes, thank you, Beers. Buttspot did go after me. Beers. How? I have a better idea. Okay, actually, let's just delete bird. No, let's leave bird. Because, okay, so here's what we're going to do. Rather than being on a nipple penis, we're going to be on a beer can. For beers and... I swear to God, this says beer. Okay. It's just for beers and Frank, so beer can makes sense. Right? Oh, no. Okay. B... No. It's so small, I can't really make it... There we go. B... E... Maybe we should just make the can bigger. How about that? Oh, even better. B... E... E. Okay, and then that will just be, well, like, because it's round, right? So that'll be where it twists. And then go down there. And then we'll do this. Oh God. Okay. And then that'll be like that and like that because it's a label. And why is the dog up so high, you might ask? Good question. Because the dog is flying. Because the dog has big old dog wings. That's why. Yep. And there we go. It's a flying dog. Is that marker shaped like you? What? The mark? My marker? What marker? And there we go. A flying dog looking down at a bird on a beer bottle or a beer can. I love this. Okay. The little symbol you're using to draw with. This thing on the screen. That's just the cursor because it's like it's supposed to be like a pencil. So yeah, that's that. I don't know what that's. I guess that'd be. Would it be the cursor? I don't know. But yeah, it's supposed to be like sketches like this because it's no. I mean, it is like a pack, but it's just this symbol for like the sketching. It's supposed to be like that. Anyway, sorry to disappoint, Bearded. There you go. Sad panda. Beers and Frank. There you go. When you zoomed in, I could have sworn. Yeah, no, but now I feel bad that I don't have that. All right. I'm going to post that in art for some reason. So if you're on the Discord, that's where that's going to be. Unfortunately, that's where that is. All right. All right. So next up, we have to draw a giraffe, but we're going to take a little break from drawing so that my creative juices can come back to life a little bit. And we're going to do some wowing. Wow. If anyone is interested, Salem is here to watch. Hello, Salem. If anyone's interested at all, Bearded and I are starting up a guild. We are on the realm of the one that we're on, which is that one that we're in. So the Storm Rage, that's the one. So I moved all my alliance characters over. So this is our alliance guild. We've got my shaman, my paladin, my druid, my monk, my mage, my death knight. Right, Bearden. See you a bit. So I have to decide which one will be the guild leader. And I'm thinking. Play your alliance. I don't want to get a. Oh, well, Penta. So part of the reason I went alliance, number one, is because now the alliance, there's Croc's faction. So I don't have to. Oh, hang on, I gotta move this. So as of next Tuesday, patch 9.2.5 is coming out, and patch 9.2.5 introduces cross-faction grouping. So you can now, do dungeons and raid with the alliance if you are horde, and with the horde if you are alliance. So that's pretty cool. I don't want to get that on me though. It's actually a new thing for me too, Penta. I've played horde my entire WoW career. I've played horde my entire WoW career, and I've always wanted to play alliance. So I decided now's the time. Sorry, I'm very factionist. I mean, I get that. I want to play both. That looks like BB. What looks like BB? Yeah, I mean, I get that. BB. Oh, BB-8. What looks like BB-8? Did I show off one of my characters that looked like BB-8? All right, let's do this. The structure behind you. Oh, this thing? It's actually from Bastion. It's one of the zones. I just needed something like, I wanted something animated to go behind me as an overlay. And I just happened to be there when I was doing it. So I did that. There's not really a whole lot of actual reason behind it. Okay, I have to set this up because I moved all my characters. It doesn't save my settings. So yeah, I used to, so when I first started the game, I played Alliance because I was always a big fan of, like, in Warcraft 2 and 3, I played, I always liked the Alliance. Like, I actually played Night Owls the most, I think, and then Undead. That loading screen. Oh, the loading screen. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm here mentally-ish. I'm sorry. Okay, well, anyway. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So I wanted to start a Night Elf, and I played a Night Elf warrior for about a day or two, and then a bunch of my friends from Star Wars Galaxies came over, and they're like, hey man, you got to play horde with us. So I was like, I don't want to play horde, but okay, I'll be an undead. So I made an undead, and I played horde most of my way through the game. I think at Cataclysm I switched because I wanted to be a worgen. And then I switched back after Cataclysm, and because I just couldn't deal with the Alliance for some reason. I don't know. I didn't like the cities and stuff. I was too used to my horde. And then when Battle for Azeroth came out, or Legion, I switched to Alliance again for a little bit and then switched back. to Horde again. And now I think I'm gonna just stick with both. I'm sticking. I want to stick with Alliance. I don't know. One, I wanted to change the pace, and two, I want to get both sides of the story. So like, I left some of my characters on Horde side, but I don't know. I find myself favoring the Alliance aesthetic and story a little bit more these days. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're going to ICC. So I'm actually yeah, you know, I'll just go through here. First thing I want to do, we're going to go get Invincible today. And I put that in all my things, and it's going to happen. So there's no point in even thinking it won't. We're getting Invincible today. We're going to do it. All right, so if I can figure out where I need to go. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll maintain hope for you. I appreciate that, Penta. The other thing, too, is I've been reading a lot of the novels, which I think just makes me think Alliance more, because they are all very they're all very like Alliance-y. At least the ones I've been reading. Like well, actually no, they're not. The first one I read was, I've been listening to like the audiobooks just because, you know, I want to learn more about the lore in a deeper way than like, I mean, I know a lot about it already, but I've been wanting to do that for like my YouTube stuff. Pet has no mouse. Salem's laying out. Oh no. You're appearing offline. Oh no. Sorry, Bearden. Sorry. So anyway, that's fine, Bearded. You give me all the grief. All right, I went back online anyway. I just don't want to get bothered by like random people that, you know, don't know I'm streaming. But yeah, okay. So what was I saying? Yes. So I want to make, I have a lot of fun making lore videos for YouTube. And because of that, I've been listening to a lot of the audiobooks, and well, a lot being two. So so far I've gone through, why can I not change this? We need to do that maybe. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I need my Invincible. So the first book that I listened to an audiobook was Dawn of the Aspects, which is like, it's all about the dragons and stuff and how they became like powerful and all that. And that was a really good book. I enjoyed it. And then I moved on. Now I'm on Arthas, which is a book about Arthas. Why can I not? Oh, that's Shadowmend. Oop. Just spitting. Don't worry about me. Okay. But yeah. I had like a weird thing where the screen flickered. Did you guys see the stream close out for a second, or was that just me?
This is the beginning.
I hope it was just me. It's been doing weird things lately. Like it keeps flashing on and off. And I don't know if that's like the stream. Might just be me. I hope so. Okay. But anyway. So where was I? Oh yeah, right. So you mentioned that you were incorrect about the Arthas lore. I was. So I actually finally got to that part in the book. Yeah. And thank you, Penta, for getting me back on track. Okay. So I've been reading the books and I got to the Arthas book, which is actually really good, by the way. And in that book, it's like talking about Arthas from like a young age. And now we're at the part where he is, I think we're just now at the part where Kel'Thuzad starts to be a dick. And what I told you last time. All right, lady, you have way too many voice lines going on at once. You need to calm down. So what I told you last time was the story about how Arthas had his horse Invincible, which is the one in the instance, in the raid, I should say. And that's kind of how the book starts, is like he is assisting in the birthing of this horse. And that's when they find out that Garona Half-Orcan murdered King Lane. And Varian comes to Lordaeron because they had to evacuate Stormwind because Stormwind was sacked by the Horde. And anyway, so that was the day that Arthas met Invincible for the first time because Invincible was born. Kind of hard to meet it before that. And that was destined to be his horse. And they had this like intense bond. I think he was 9 at the time in the book. And they had this really like intense bond. And even before he was allowed to ride Invincible, he snuck off and tried to ride the horse, got in trouble. And then finally he was old enough to ride it, and he had like he was riding Invincible for like a couple months, and they had this jump in the forest that they liked to go on, which by the way I can actually show you on the map. So this whole thing takes place in Lordaeron, which is of course right here, and the Balnir farmstead is where they raised like the horses. So he would ride the horse around, and I guess probably like up here because it was on the lake. And they went over a jump that they liked, and it was in winter. So they got all excited. He went over the jump, and then the horse slipped and fell and broke its front legs, and there was blood everywhere. And I have to kill the Horde. Hang on. And he had to unfortunately put down the horse because, yeah, visual aids. We're good here. Did I just one shot the entire enemy thing here? We good? I guess we're good. All right, Murden. Yeah, Murden, if you could. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to tell a story, Murden, if you don't mind. So anyway, the horse died because Arthas had to put it down because it was broken, and we used to have mouse pads in Northern. That's oh, I have an Arthas one actually. It's the cover of the Wrath box art. I never had a collector's edition though. I kind of regret that. Okay, but anyway, so the horse died, and that was Invincible, and then that's how Invincible died. And when Arthas became the Lich King, or well, at least some version of the Lich King, he went to Invincible's grave and rose the horse from the dead, and it now became his mount through Warcraft 3. So if you are familiar with Arthas' model from Frozen Throne, he is on the horse, and I'm trying to find like an in-game image of it, but I can't find a good one. Maybe? Nah, I can't find a good. I don't know why I can't find a good picture all of a sudden. But anyway, so that's why the Death Knight in Warcraft 3 has a horse, and the Paladin Arthas did not. So fun little tidbit of information there for you. Oh my God, I've been in balance this whole time. Loki. Hello, Bad Luck Loki. How are you? How is your stream? How is Dibida? The God of Mischief is here. Brother, welcome in. Hi, Cosmic. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you? Yeah, how is the stream? So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Azuraven. I'm a horror variety streamer, and normally we play like some Phaz and stuff. Today we're playing some World of Warcraft, and we're totally going to get some super rare mounts. So you're just in time. Thank you so much for the follow, Evenstar321. Oh my gosh. Cosmic. Dibida was always a good time. How are you? Oh, I am fantastic. I am so excited. Dragonfire, thanks so much for the follow. How are you? Welcome in. Cosmic, it's funny you're here. I just finished watching your podcast with Wookie. Loved it.
Such a tragic end.
I haven't been called. Oh, is it normally just Star?
in the distance.
Yeah, I really liked it. You guys did a great job. I have to say, I agree with pretty much everything you said in there, I think. I'm only not saying I agree with 100% of it because I don't remember all of it enough to say that I agree with it 100%, but I think so. Cosmic! Oh my god! Thanks so much for the resub! Ooh, what's this? Everyone has... Yeah, I mean...
Don't force me, huh?
It sounds like I'm saying I don't agree with all of it. That's not the case. But I really liked it. I really liked it. And thank you for saying all of that, actually. Oh, Buttspot, stop it. Okay. No, Buttspot, no. Cosmic just resubbed. Buttspot, we meet again. Buttspot was already coming for me today. Oh, I said your name. Oh, Evan Star. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Let a grieving father pass.
Oh my god, I don't even have to sit here for all this. I could just go right by. Every time we do this, I do this. I'm you know, normally I'm pretty bad at reading names, but like I'm bad at reading names that are like Califlimited 69420, you know, but like Evan Star is feel like should be pretty easy. Anyway, okay, so Cosmic and Cosmic and Loki, were you guys playing Survivors today? Oh well, no problem. Absolutely, go get some sleep. Today is one of those rare days where I actually got sleep before a stream.
Your son fought with honor.
Varian, I'm not like we're not even there anymore. Okay, we're way past this, Varian. We did Survivor together. Nice. So did you win? How many games did you win? I don't know. I always say I'm gonna play more Dibida, and I never do. So I still don't know a whole lot about Dibida. Define winning. I guess not being dead by daylight.
Why are you crying?
Not being dead by daylight would be winning, right? I feel like that's how you win.
It was nothing, Your Majesty. Just, I'm proud of my king.
Is it when you look pathetic and beg the killer to let you live and they do twice around? I guess yes. I mean, I feel like that's yes. We survived a few times. Mostly we just meme and have it. Well, hey, then that's winning. As long as you're having fun. I think having fun is winning. That's the definition of winning. Oh man. I was just telling Powder Hero too. We need to have another co-stream, dual stream, triple stream hangout thing, like we did with Faz and Debida that one time. And what else did we play? Ghost Exile, Ghost Exorcist. No, it was Ghost Exile. Yeah, we should. Why is there a peasant making noises? Anyway. Oh my god, Cosmic, I love those emotes. And absolutely, Cosmic, you are welcome to join. Listen. Oh, I'm listening. Why is everybody green all of a sudden? What is going on right now in this dungeon? Everything's being weird. My face is funny. No. Well, I mean, yes, in that context. You have some really good emotes though. Now, can you tell me the story behind that one? Was that a cosplay one? Or did you dress up specifically to make that emote?
Oh, Festergut, you were always
Yeah, that one.
my favorite. Next to Rotfest. The good news is
Oh my god. We need to get some new emotes. I need to get Loki. We need to talk about emotes.
taste it.
Now that I have emotes again, we need to talk about emotes. Because the community did vote for new emotes. Nobody likes my face. That's it. That's a joke. I hope it's a joke. We can taco about emote. Oh, We need some taco emotes. No, I can't have taco emotes. That's for Taquerita. Taquerita's cornered the market on taco emotes. It's cosplay stream. What am I? Ooh, yes, please. Yeah, send me that over Discord. Thank you, Direwitch. Taka is amazing. Even though she trolls me for playing Alliance. It's fine. We deal. Actually, it's fine that she trolls me for playing Alliance because my own chat trolls me for playing Alliance. And I don't care because I like the story and I like the Alliance. I'll say it. Taka is absolutely fun. Fun and funny and oh, Dora. Have you guys ever played Loki? I think you said you played WoW before, right? Yes, no, maybe. I've been getting way back into it because the new expansion announcement is pure hype. Get away from me, bugs. Played about ages ago, but didn't play it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, Reliance is funny and the dress funny. Well, that's fine, Penta. Your Horde is... I mean, I'm not going to insult the Horde. I like the Horde. I played Horde for years. All right. What did you play, Loki? Done. Just be careful with your volume. Oh, God. Okay. Thank you for the headphone warning. I usually have the volume up really high anyway because the game is deceptively low volume. Don't even remember. Well, okay. So the question, I guess, is did you play Horde or Alliance? That's the important part. The important part. The important part. Oh, my God. I don't even have my hat on. What am I doing? Hang on. There we go. I'm like just showing off how bald I am. Which one has the people with the horns and the hooves? That would be the Horde. That's the right answer. For the record. The Tauren. In this chat, that's the right answer because I am not even the right answer. I'm playing Alliance and that is the wrong answer, apparently. Yes. Oh, the Drain I do also have horns and hooves. Only. Or I'm sorry, only. I don't know, Drain I have. I mean, yes, that is true. And hello, how are you? One of the greatest races. I agree. Yeah. Oh, you played Draenei. Okay, so you were Alliance. Oh, somebody on my side. I knew Loki would be on my side. I've always done Horde myself. Just lurking. Hey, I appreciate the lurk. Thank you so much. Listen, it was a long. It was so long. Hey, that's fair. You are playing. Hey, we're on the same side now that I transferred over to the Alliance. So I appreciate that. Love the parody song about the Drain. Oh my God. Direwitch, you know so much more or remember so much more about like old WoW videos than I do. By the way, did you guys know that was it last week? No, the week before last week. I think we played WoW that day. I think it was Wednesday. Was the 15th anniversary of Leroy Jenkins. That broke me. That was insane. Really sorry about. Oh, of course, Cosmic. What time is it there? It's like, isn't it like 2 a.m? You go to bed. You go to bed, my friend. Thank you so much for coming in here. I appreciate you so much. 2 a.m. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, I know time. I can do math. Cosmic, good night. Thank you so much again. I'll go watch that clip after the stream. I'll let you know what I think. Oh, butt spot. No. No. Butt spot is going after everybody tonight. I'm so sorry. It went after me. But yes, Loki. It was indeed. Really? It was on Jeopardy? Oh my God. They did have him come back for a
host.
Okay, I heard a host thing. Henri own the oh my god, I can't I'm gonna try to say this, but it, like somehow it just ties my tongue. Henrio. Okay, perfect. Henrio, thank you so much for the host. I don't know why I heard it so much before I saw it, but thank you so much. It's wild, dude. Yeah, I know, right? I feel so old. I can't spell either. Yes, it became so popular. Oh, that was the same thing. Yeah. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I can't believe that was on Jeopardy. He actually had a cameo. They had a little thing. He was a champion that you could recruit in Warlords of Draenor, and it was voiced by him, which ironically they originally did not have him doing the voice for himself, but then they I think thanks to popular demand hired him to do his own voice. That and like I guess that also means the Onyxia More Dots video is probably about the same age. Still mad I missed out on thank you so much for the
champion must join me
what was that?
in the eternal embrace of death.
Oh, thank you for the shout out. Oh my gosh. Okay, we took a week break and now I don't remember what any of my sound effects mean, but thank you for the shout out for Henrio. Why did I start this fight again? Did we not learn anything from last time? Oh, I have healing spells this time, guys. It worked. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for the follow, Darth Vader Gaming. How are you doing today? Lurk, absolutely, Loki. You go on and you lurk. You do your post-stream self-care and everything. Get some food. Hope you have delicious food. Love you too, my brother, my favorite brother. Thank you so much for the incredible raid. Hope you have a great night. Clearly you didn't learn anything. Your alliance. Oh god, Penta, you do you, my friend. You're making me laugh. I love it. I feel like I deserve all of it. The nice thing is, one of my best friends, Skywarden, who you've seen in here before, he usually lurks while he's working, so he's not usually the chattiest, but he's always in here. And he is big Alliance fan, always been, and he plays Horde because he wants to play with us, and we usually play Horde. And so I'm happy to switch back to Alliance because I know that he'll be happy being able to switch back to Alliance. So that makes me happy. So just, bear that in mind when you're making fun of me. Anyway, okay. Waiting for that door to open. I think this is probably the most fun on a druid because you could just pop up these instant damage spells and like take everything out, and there's so much less micromanagement and like the mass murdering of spiders and things in these little side rooms. I miss this expansion, guys. I do. I don't know if I'm gonna play the classic version of it because it's just so much work, but I miss this expansion. It was a good expansion, obviously, because it was the high point of WoW. But by the way, if anyone else is interested in or does or whatever plays WoW, wants to play WoW, is thinking about coming back to WoW, we're starting up a guild on Storm Rage, probably tonight, with me and Bearden. I'm doing good, just following raids, following raidees, giving them. Oh, thank you so much, Darth Vader Gaming. I really appreciate that. I remember when that room was current content and Boomkin would pull half the dungeon with Starfall right there. Oh man, there have been so many times in WoW's history where weird stuff like that happens. I don't know if you played in Legion, but there was like a hunter legendary item that would, when you used it in like one particular dungeon, it would hit stuff on different floors, and you would end up pulling like literally the entire dungeon. I'm sorry you went to you were to I'm sorry you went to Alliance for me to hear to say it again. Oh, Penta. Oh man. Okay. Thank you for the lurk, Darth Vader. Onryo, that was an issue for fire mages. Oh, really? And Toldagor. I love it. There's so many just weird, but you know, the nice thing about it though is I'm sure it's annoying in the time. I don't think I've ever had a class that had that issue. I usually play tanks or healers, but they're so memorable. It's nice to be able to have this conversation years later. I think it's so cool. All right. Why? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can pull the home dungeon in the first croc downstairs. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Now it would be amazing if you could actually finish the dungeon that way though, because you could just pull the whole thing. Nowadays that would be like the expected thing to do. Everyone would get mad if you didn't do that. the way that Mythic Plus goes. I'm sure the meta would just be like, make the tank as invincible as possible and then AoE everything and try to finish the dungeon in 6 minutes.
So, the light's vaunted justice has finally arrived. Shall I lay down frost
Yeah, that's the thing.
and throw myself
I bet if you had like tier 1 raid stuff for that expansion though, that was Cataclysm, right? I bet if you had like tier 1 raid gear for Cataclysm, you could probably do it.
firsthand? When my work is complete, you will beg for mercy.
Oh, that was BFA. Toldagor. What am I thinking of? Oh, Toldagor. That was the prison break one. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Now I know what you're talking about. Yep. Yes, Tolbarad is what I'm thinking of. Thank you. See, they need to fix their names. I was reading an interview the other day, or listening to an interview the other day from Chris Metzen when they were why he had like 2 characters named Hakar. That was the funniest thing. Apparently he if anyone doesn't know the story, there is I think an orc named Hakar, and then Hakar the blood god Loa, that most people know from like the troll dungeons, and they were both named Hakar, and it was a mistake because the orc one was named first by someone else, and then Chris Metzen, the guy who kind of created most of WoW, WoW's lore anyway, and was one of the founders of the company. He was like, oh, that's such a cool name, and he had it in the back of his head and then just named the blood god Hakar, not even realizing that it had already been used. But they had to keep it because it was already in the game, I think, at that point. Yeah, go on with your exposition. You know you're just gonna give me the mount when you're done anyway. Anytime now, Mr. Lich King. All right, guys, you ready? You ready for this? We're gonna get the coolest mount in the game. Oh, Onryo. I think I've done this 1.5 million times without saying it and not gotten it, so I'm not too worried about it. Thank you for the hype. I'm actually surprised that worked. Just about to fight the... Oh, nice, Bearden. Well, good luck. Yeah, you need 1.5 million saying you will know. Well, today will be the first one.
To shatter these bonds.
He's not even holding the sword. What are you doing, Arthas? Lich King. I use the name synonymously. I need to remember that. Oh no, he broke nothing. It is impossible because he wasn't even holding it. No. All right, all right. You ready? You ready? Here we go. I didn't see. Did we get it? I don't think we got it. We did it! Yay! Oh, man. But we got the great staff of Antonidas. And now I can actually use it. Because I've definitely gotten it before, but not on... That is not Antonidas. This is like a furry staff with ice on it. That's not Antonidas' staff. One thing I hated about this game is like, they made... Thank you for the hype. Hooray! Oh, man. One thing I hated about Wrath of the Lich King, with all of their stuff, they made all of these like cool appearances, and then they're just like, yeah, this is the armor of you know, Thrall or something, but it doesn't look anything like anything Thrall's ever had. That staff of Antonidas doesn't look like Antonidas at all. All right, and they just had that model, and they're like, yeah, that's the staff of Antonidas. Sure it is. Let me look up a picture of Antonidas. Oh, well, damn it. It does look like his staff. I'm just going to shut up. Well, anyway, it's been a great stream, everybody. I'm just going to put my foot in my mouth and go to bed. Goodbye. God damn it. I hate this game. I'm never playing this game again. Trapped in Lich King dialogue. Yeah, he just stopped. He never stops talking. I'm going to assume, jokes aside, I think that drawing came out after the, after they made that. Yeah, this is from Wrath Age. So he was 71 when he died. When he was murdered by the Lich King. I've successfully said that. I'm never playing this game again. Oh, man. I've said that. I see. Oh, sorry, Bearden. I've said that, but that was when the whole thing came out last year about like all the allegations and stuff. And now I feel comfortable playing it now since they've made so many changes with it. They've gotten rid of a lot of the bad people in the company. They even started a union as of the other day, which, you know, regardless of how you feel about unions, is probably a good thing for people at Blizzard. So, and the funny part about all of that too is that they were so anti-union. They're probably the most anti-union gaming company that I've ever seen, and they're like the first one that has a unionized workforce. I've said that and never have said. I mean, hey, more power to you guys. I'm not going to try to convince anyone to play it. I've not played it in 6 months since I said it. Hey, I mean, Onryo, that is fantastic. And if you don't want to play it, I'm proud of you. That's kind of weird to say, so that's why I said it weird. I'm proud of you for not playing it if you don't want to play it. I'm not here to tell anyone that they should play it. Absolutely not. I only play it, well, I play it because I love the lore and I love the game. And that's it. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. But, you know, I like it.
What can I do for you?
And a lot of the stuff I like to do, like this, it's just kind of like mount farming, old transmog farming. We're going to get into more like raids and stuff too, but as of right now, I'm not even paying for the game, so that's pretty cool. Do I need any of these things? Oh no, I sold the one thing I actually needed. Oh, there's 3 I needed. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Do. And let's sell all my junk. Look at all that. I made so much money right now. But yeah, So, and they had another issue with one other guy that came out, I think, a couple weeks ago, and they fired him already. So that was good. But unfortunately, that was the guy who created Bastion, which is one of the new zones. And, you know, it's kind of sad because, you know, that person had to be newer, I think. But as long as they're still rooting out the problem people and then firing them, then I'm okay. I'm good. And if the people there are doing okay. Okay, so we have some more stuff to get rid of. Okay, we can get rid of that. All right. So I think now we're gonna do some old Wrath dungeons. We're sticking with the Wrath theme. Bearden, I don't know if you want to team up for some Wrath dungeons. I said never again in amount of times. I do not wish. Yes, same here. Although usually it's just because I'm like a little burnt out, and I never really mean to say that I'm never gonna come back to it. Nice. I know most people here don't play, but if anyone does want to get in on some Wrath of the Lich King dungeon stuff and does have WoW and plays, then let me know. We're also starting a guild. I think I plugged that a little bit, but I'm gonna mention it again because I'm excited. That's it. I'm excited. All right. When we first started playing WoW, my graphics were no good. I saw boots for food. And axe for staves. Some trees were miscolored pixels. Pent sold his authentic Cena to what? Oh my God, Penta. That's amazing. That's so nice. What? Oh, you guys have the best stories. You are incredible. Both of you are incredible people. You are an inspiration. Butt spot. No. I mean, actually, that wasn't that bad. She couldn't see water. Wow. Yeah, you definitely needed a new graphics card. Definitely needed a new graphics card. All right. Let me find my ooh. Yep, that's butt spot for you. Bearden, if you could invite me, maybe. Do I have you? I didn't even see you on my friends list. Why do I not? Oh, Bearden, are you invisible too? Bearden, you yelled at me for being invisible. Say no. It's still a little hard to do with while streaming, I think. Although, I don't know. It says a bit. Excuse you, Bearden. I believe you. All right. I'm gonna hearth back to Oribos. Can I do that? Clan Raven. Bagel, how are you? Toss you lead, you stream your okay, thank you, Bearden. What are we? You're playing your paladin, right? Bagel, how are you? I'm fantastic. Playing some WoW, which I love, and now you're here. Oh man, I get so hyped to play WoW. I know a lot of people don't like it, and I feel bad that not everyone, because it's different than our normal content. But I just love it so much, and I'm glad that you guys are all here enjoying just hanging out. But yeah, okay. So offer still stands. If there is anyone out there in the world that wants to play some time walking Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, I need to unsub. No, you don't. We just made a guild, Bagel. You should come join our guild. Or well, we're working on it.
You are welcome here.
All right. Let's do it. Bearden, I don't know if you have the quest, but I have it. I can share it with you if you don't have it. Do not unsub for a while. Come join our guild. I mean, I've been playing for 2 months and I haven't paid for my sub yet. So you don't have to necessarily pay for your sub. You could just be me and don't pay for your sub. But vampires, I know. Vampires V Rising. If you guys haven't heard of V Rising, you haven't tried V Rising, it is so cool. If you are if you like Diablo and or Valheim, you put those two together and you get V Rising. So good. Such a good game. And we have a community server. It's Stevie's server, but I play on it, and we have a clan over there, and you're welcome to join us if you want. And that's that story. So here we go. All right, let's do some Wrath time walking. Join us party. Thank you for the shout out for Bagel. Thank you for that. Bagel and Bearden and Direwitch and Penta. Actually not Penta, because I know what you're gonna say. I need input. Penta, feel free to actually give your input. But we're trying to figure out who is going to play what class, and Bearden is probably playing Paladin. So I'm trying to figure out what I should be. And I'm between like Shaman, Druid, or Monk, maybe. Also, I'm not even in Resto spec. I'll be honest. Penta, I figured you would say Druid. And if I'm wrong, then correct me. But I feel like that would be your answer. And that's a fine answer. Nothing wrong with that answer. All right. I need to go into not cat form, not bear form. Why do I have none of my healing abilities? Why is everything wrong? I know why. Because I'm just terrible. What are the options again? A horde. Thank you, Pet. Horde is not a class. The options were basically any of the healers, Bagel. Only positive self-talk. Love Ash. Oh god, I love it here. Priest. Oh, ah! I died. Priest is like my least favorite healer, honestly. Actually, Priest is probably the only one I wouldn't play, to be perfectly honest. Why do I have none of my talents picked? I transferred servers, not like talents. Factions. Tank an option? Tank is an option, I suppose. You know, I was actually kind of thinking Paladin or Druid or Monk, because they all also have tanks that I really like. I say tank. You love priest? Well, Bagel, our guild needs priests. I don't know why I died. But now I'm embarrassed. I'm trying to show off in front of Bearden.
This kingdom belongs to the sky.
Anytime I pick Druid, I always go Boomkin. Well, I don't know much about Druids. I think they're cool, but I don't know enough about them. Also, what is going on? Why is my gear all messed up? They need someone to play. Wow! Oh my god, I used to do this all the time, and I've forgotten everything about this dungeon. Apparently I forgot everything. Resto. Alright. I must have other gear. Yes? No? Maybe? I have a cosmetic hammer. So there's that. I feel like that... No. Alright. I don't do serious healing like dungeon. Oh, okay. The gates have been breached. I do some pretty high level play usually. Like I'm trying. So Beard and I are making a clan, and we're gonna play more casually. But we're gonna do like normal and heroic raids when we get enough people to do that. I'm really excited about it. I think Bearden's really excited about it too. But I was back last expansion. I was like the 800th best warlock worldwide, so that's my big accomplishment. So I was, you know, like a mythic. I was a mythic raider. I did the mythic thing. That was my goal. Actually, a little story time on that. When my wife was pregnant, I played WoW a lot, and when she first got pregnant, and then you know, I knew like, does this guy have, oh, I didn't even know that Bearden. See, Bearden knows more about this game than I do. So yeah, I was like a high-end mythic raider, right? And I was on Illidan as Horde Penta, which was the top Horde server at the time. And where was I going with this? I don't know. Point was, I'm cool. All right, just take my word for it. That's a joke. But yeah. So we want to start something a little more casual now. And oh yeah. Oh my god. Okay, my ADD is in full swing today. I'm sorry, guys. So when we found out my wife was pregnant, my goal, did my game just crash? Oh my god. Why did I get what? Why am I disconnected? Yeah, now look at you. Disconnecting mid dungeon. What a shame. The shame. I've brought shame to my family. So yeah, I knew before my daughter was born I wanted to like live out my raiding dream that I never really got to do because you know, I just never really had time to raid. And so I did that. I fulfilled that dream and I got really, really high up in Warlock and I had a lot of fun with it. But now, being a dad and not having as much time to play, I'm looking to just kind of get into the casual raiding scene. So anyway, that's my story. That's my life story. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. All right. So we go down here. It's been so long. I think they changed the rotation of these. Normally, I don't think this is one of the dungeons you would usually get. But I don't know how exactly it works. I should know this. I've done so many weeks of this. The only rating I've ever done... Oh, Final Fantasy has some really cool... I really wish that WoW would take a lesson from Final Fantasy and do the time... Not time walking, but like however they do it, the scaling... So that you can go back and do any dungeon at any point in time and it'll like scale you so the gear that you get is worth it and everything like that. Dire Witch Final Fantasy is so good. The only thing I don't like about Final Fantasy, I've been so ingrained in WoW lore for so long that like I can't enjoy any other game, any other MMO as much as this one. Worth it for the glam. Oh yeah, of course. It's always worth it for the glam. That's the whole point. I will say one of the things that WoW does way better than Final Fantasy is transmogs. Just the way that the whole thing transmog system works in WoW is way better than Final Fantasy. But pretty much everything else in Final Fantasy is really good. Just absolutely fantastically done. Yes. Their official stance on that Bearden is spaghetti code, I believe. It's just, it wasn't set up to work the way that a modern MMO would do transmogs, so they're having a hard time fixing it, and they prioritize new content over fixing that. Wish the WoW stories were engaged. I agree. They need to fix the WoW story. It's so bad right now. It's just so bad. But I think they finally heard it because their subscriber numbers have tanked so hard that I think they're finally at the point now where they're like, okay, guys, we need to make a change here. So let's make it better. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Oh my God, I'm so bad. I remember back in Wrath days, I would make fun of people like relentlessly for getting hit with that. Only people that I knew though. I don't think I would ever have counted myself as like an elitist or troll or anything like that. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Efflorescence. What does that do? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, guys. All right, life bloom. I guess we don't need that there. I don't even know what half of my heals do. I'm such a bad druid. Nature swiftness. Oh, I remember this from like vanilla. Oh God. Okay. Tranquility. We want that to be that one. Thank you for linking the store. Firewolfing. Hello. How are you? Happy Hump Day, my friend. Happy Hump Day / Wow Wednesday. Wow. Oh my God, I wore the wrong shirt. Oh, I didn't have my hat on for like the first half of the stream. I'm wearing the wrong shirt. What is going on here? I have an Owen Wilson shirt just for Wow Wednesday. It says Wow on it and everything. If I was a better druid, we would be done with this dungeon. Just throwing that out there. I apologize to everyone who's stuck in here with me. Hey, look at that. Ring of the Traitor King. We may not have gotten invincible today, but we got a cool ring. Got a cool ring, and we're going to whisper this guy, and then I'm going to put that ring on. Let's see if that guy wants that signet. Oh, is that the one I just got? No, it's not. Okay. I guess not. Bearden, I'm going to, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have shared that before we went into the dungeon. Weekend event. Share. Oh, I do need to draw a giraffe. Beers and Frank, you still there? You are welcome. You are welcome. All right, I need to pick talents too. Like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Actually, you know what, Bearden, I'm gonna log off real quick. I want to go switch. Try monk. Beers, if you're there, let me know and I will draw your giraffe. Okay, I don't want to draw it if Beers isn't here. I think the completely random side thought, but the Pandarian race in World of Warcraft, hot take, is one of my favorite races. I know a lot of people trash on the Pandarians and they say that they don't belong, but they have been in the lore since Warcraft 3. Okay. In fact, I think even earlier than that, they are perfectly viable in the game and I look like one in real life. So I like them. and they are like me because their main perk is that they get benefits from food. Like, it's me. It's my class. Okay. It's everything that I am. They get double food buffs. Oh God. Okay, Bearden, I need like 2 minutes. Okay, we've got a bone dust brew. If anyone is familiar with Mistweaver, let me know because I am not, and I want to try it out. Take your time. Oh, thank you. And yeah, Kung Fu Panda. Exactly. I actually, so my first, this monk has been name changed a couple times, but his original name was Po, which is, you know, the panda from Kung Fu Panda. Oh man, I didn't turn off my, my thing. Hang on. I gotta turn on streamer mode, I should say. Streamer mode. I don't know why it always turns off. I just wish it would stay on all the time. Fairly familiar with Mistweaver. All right, tell me things. I'm relying on you for information now. All right, let's put that there. Reawaken. Renewing Mist. I think that I want that there. Revival is a big cooldown. I want that there. That I don't know why I would even want. Ring of Peace. I think I'll put that here. And then Spell Harm and Vivify can go there. Okay, Life Cocoon. That's kind of like our real big cooldown. I'm gonna put that here actually, and then we'll put this manatee. We'll put that there. Rising sun kick. Invoke Yuan. Put that there, and then we'll put this here. Let's do that. Okay, and then enveloping mist. I think we want that like there. Essence font. Put that on here. That sounds good. Higher damage equals enveloping mist. Okay. Low but constant damage soothing mist. Okay. And then, oh, okay, we want this to be, I think that, and then that can be there. Let's do that. And then Thunder Focus Tea is, I think, the one I wanted for here. And we'll put that there. Soothing Mist. We should put, oh, this is a toughie, because I don't know. We'll put butt spot. Life cocoon. Yeah, I knew life cocoon. Renewing mist on cooldown unless no damage. Okay. I think that I'm all set then. Then soothing mist, enveloping mist, vivify is going to be main spell. Okay. Let's expel harm. Oh, wait. Oh, that's on me alone. Okay. So that's going to go like this. And then this can go here. And then we'll do that. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, because they have that new thing with key bindings. You can do click casting. Okay. Yeah. I don't need that. So we're going to do this. We'll do renewing mist is a left click, and then in vivify will be, where's vivify? That's a V, so it's probably going to be in the end, right? Where the heck is vivify? Oh, that must be just a monk thing. Okay. And then that'll be shift click. And then we'll do renewing mist, I think. No. We want, what's the one that this one here? No. Soothing mist. There's so much mist. Okay. I'll channeling. Right, that's what I want. And then I'll make that shift right click. No, make that right click. And then we're going to do enveloping mist, and that'll be shift right click. And then detox. That'll be, that one's always control right click. And then do we have like a tank thing? Use fireball. Thanks, Firewolf. I don't think I have anything else I need. Very situational. Yeah. Okay, let's save that. All right. Cool.
I am your host.
Insomniac, thank you so much for the host. I was playing Valorant. How's Valorant? I need to try that game. I've been meaning to. I was a big fan of I was always a big fan of Counter-Strike, and I heard that's kind of like Counter-Strike mixed with Overwatch. But thank you so much for the host. All right, let's do, we want to do spec specific profiles. Mistweaver, we want to be healer. And that should be good. Okay. Cool. Now we can, oh, now that the only problem is I can't right click on myself. Okay. So we want to go to key bindings, click casting, and then open context menu. I guess we could do Like, no. Maybe we could do page down and right. No. What could we make this? Maybe Z right click? No. Oh, maybe we could do middle mouse button. There we go. Got it. All right, Bearden, you ready? Here we go. Also, I need to get the quest. Chi torpedo. We're flying around now. And let me just grab this quest.
What do you seek?
You know, the other thing we actually need to add too, although I guess I can't do that, is this, but that's Shift F, so that should be easy. Okay. Cool.
You may speak.
Everybody ready for some more Wrath of the Lich King funsies? So Fire Wolfang, how's your Wednesday going? I'm so ready. Nice, Bearden. I'm gonna get that. Oh, I got my Brew of the Month club too. Yes. I'm gonna wait a week. Alcohol. Boo. While we're waiting, I think I'm just gonna sell some stuff. Get crap out of my inventory.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels. Like you.
There we go. Pretty good. Started a decontamination class. Not. What are you working on decontaminating? We had a similar situation here actually, because we oh, hang on, I gotta toggle anchors because we gotta move that up a little bit. Okay. So yeah, we had an issue with our people. Oh, okay. So like in terms of like overdose or something like that. Think of Monsters Inc. with 2319 scene. Oh god, yeah, I remember that. Well, that's good though. I was thinking just decontaminating things because we had our well, like I was saying the other day, we had our house that got flooded and contaminated with sewage. So that's what's on my mind with decontamination recently. I have to put stuff in our stream store actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I had a whole thing with like fun interactions with different like toys and stuff that I had in the game that you guys could force me to use, different costumes and things. So I gotta put that in the stream store. Take some healing. I'm sort of starting to remember this. Kinky. Not really. You set up a station to get people stripped and clean. Oh, you were talking about what you said, I think, not what I said. I hope. Stripped and clean so they can go to the hospital. That's okay. So not necessarily like people with alcohol poisoning or something. I love this dungeon. It reminds me of like the Terracotta Army. I think if I do that, yeah, he's going to keep getting healed. So that's good. I can just throw these things out. It's a smart heal. So that'll just keep going to more people when I cast that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Heal. Heal. Bearden, I give you life. I had to learn in regards to patience, entering and leaving rooms for some. So is that like lay on hands in a pinch? Oh, thank you, Bearden. Yeah, that was scary for a minute there. Let me grab those. Who is this guy's father? Is it Loken? I think it's Loken. I forget the story of what's going on in here. I think they're corrupted by Yasharaj. No, not Yasharaj. I don't remember. I should know this. Let's say truck spills some kind of chemical. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's something that you would hopefully never have to use, but it's good that you are being trained in that. God, it's gonna bother me that I can't think of the name of the old god. Now, Fire Wolfang, you are in the Navy, correct? We talked about that before. Panda punch. God, I love that. Okay. That's something that would normally come up in the Navy. Yeah, the really cool thing about Mistweaver healing is you just basically are like, you still get to do your cool Kung Fu Panda-ing. Yeah, we do not want to fight these one at a time. We want to go through the whole thing. Whole shebang. Thank you for linking the Discord, Dire Witch. If anyone, by the way, I know most people in here were saying that they don't play this anymore, which is cool. But if anyone does play and would like to join in with us, or talk about some V Rising or any other Phasmophobia, join in with some community stuff. We're actually looking to get some ideas for different kind of community night events and things like that. So if that's anything that anyone would be interested in, check out our Discord, which Dire Witch so generously posted up in the chat. Thank you, Dire Witch. And guys, if you guys have any ideas for community stuff for Discord to do off stream together, I would love to hear some ideas, because I don't know, I have ideas, but I don't know what you guys want to do. Marbles. So I was thinking like off stream stuff, Dire Witch, but marbles would be a good idea too. We'll probably do that for our 500 follower celebration. We have chemicals on bases that we might have to clean people off. Okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Paintball. Oh, God, paintball. So I have a funny story about paintball. Actually, I have a lot of funny stories about paintball. But the one that I was thinking of, so we played paintball a couple of years ago. A bunch of my friends from high school. It was kind of like our, I don't say last hurrah, but it was probably like one of the last times we got together after, or like before everyone started kind of moving away. And one of my friends shows up in like a brand new white suit. Oh, Buttspot, no. Buttspot. So this dude shows up to paintball in a brand new white suit, like full suit. not like a cheap suit, like just full on suit. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Nobody felt bad. Was not white when we left. Although disappointingly, it was more dirt than anything else. I think I show up in a full penis costume. Okay, that's pretty funny. That is something. Penta played paintball a lot when he was younger. I did too. I used to play a lot more. Actually, one of my friends and I, actually AWAX. Y'all know AWAX. He's one of our mods. He and I used to play a lot of airsoft, which I liked better than paintball, but look up Skirmish Invasion of Normandy. 3-day paintball event. Wow. That is incredible. I would love to do an event like that. We did one for airsoft. It was similar, but I don't think it was that many people. Well, actually, I know it was nowhere near that many people. Running around with a guy dressed as Captain America. Jaybirds, hello. How are you? Oh my God. It's incredible. I just think I have like these really funny stories and everyone else tops me. I'm great, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I'm kind of understanding how these heals work now. Okay. So like you kind of want to do enveloping this first. Ooh, Winnie Wife. Thank you so much for the exclamation points. How are you doing today? Well, enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much. Oh, this guy's almost dead. Sorry, I've been out here a bit. Oh, it's not a problem, Jaybirds. Not a problem at all. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone who's here, hanging out, lurking, chatting, doing anything. We'll be in chat soon. Being petty to my... All right, I'm waiting for the explanation for that one. Oh, Dire Witch, thank you. Oh, man, thank you for the oh, yeah. What a crack. Oh, that was a good crack. All right. I need to beat more stuff up. I'm not beating up enough things. Also, what does this do again? Hurl a brew from the bone. Hurl a brew made from the bones of your enemies. I'm gonna say that for the boss, actually. Don't do crack, kids. No, no, not that kind of crack. Absolutely don't. Don't do crack. Eat bone brew. Oh man, like I said, I love it here. Okay, fill the tank up a little. Why is Taco Bell going off? Live Moss. Okay, we don't apparently have to run away from him yet. Oh god, I'm dying. Oh god, I'm dying. Oh god, everybody's dying. Oh man. I got it, Bearden, don't worry. Do black tar heroin like a champ. Yeah. That's the message we want to send. Don't settle for those, you know, just some crack. Just go straight for the heroin. Don't. I have a problem. What do I decide to try for? What are the options, Ash? Why are you yelling at me? What am I standing in? Oh wow, Ash, why are we? Wait, what? Did I miss something? Oh, why did I decide to try? What did you try? Stop beeping at me! I'm not standing in anything! Ryan! Welcome in for the first time ever. How are you? Oh my god, I'm not standing in anything! It's fun. I tried Fortnite and I Oh no! So petty time. What's petty time? Ash. We've lost Ash to Fortnite. Well, Bearden plays Fortnite too. I'm doing fantastic. We're doing some good WoW. We're having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Beard and I are getting ready to make a guild here a little bit. That's cool. And in case anyone new in here is interested, we are on Storm Rage Alliance looking for we're setting up a guild to do some you know, to do some oh my god, I could talk, I swear. To do some casual raiding. Do you watch any sports? Me? I don't. No, I used to watch a lot of hockey. I played a lot of hockey and used to watch a lot of hockey, but I don't anymore. Sound the alarm. The fork knife alarm. Why do you ask, Jaybirds? Oh, I get it. So all my heals are instant. Oh my god. Oh, nice. You play hockey too. All right, I haven't played hockey in years. But I love hockey. I do. I started playing hockey when I was 3. I may not look like it anymore, but I used to play a lot. Yes, Bearded. So you know more about healing than I do, I think. Bearded knows his healing. Gotta log off early day tomorrow. Firewolfang, enjoy your training tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Appreciate you as always. Have been playing for a while now. Nice. I played tournament paintball and surfed. Ooh, surfed. Wow. Again, Penta, you and Direwitch just get more and more interesting. Blah, 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 blah. By the day. Good night, Firewolfang. Have a great evening. So, Ash, what made you play Fortnite? Not that there's anything wrong with Fortnite, but...
Hello there.
Hello there. Oh, I'm dying. Ah, somebody finally did the exclamation mark I'm new here one. Oh. Don't die on me. Everyone's taking so much damage. Okay, I really like this. The heals are just like on point. But it's a little confusing. Like, it breaks your brain a little as you're getting used to it. All right, let me catch up a little bit. I just looked up all the ordinance and all that. Regarding the city council next. Also, if it doesn't take. Wait, what? Thank you for the exclamation marks and the posture check and the hydrate, the stretch. Okay. Ryan, welcome in here for the first time ever. Oh my god. Ah! There's so much going on right now. I can't detox you again. Did I get them all? I think I got everything. Thank you for the exclamation marks. Witty wife, I missed. Myself and hubby just went measure what they're talking about. It's not over 8 hours. The city stopped by my house today to give me a citation for my grass for being taller than 8 inches and told me I have... Wait, what? Man, I'm glad I don't have that because my grass last summer was like... Bruh. 2 feet. Bruh. Yeah, so last year we didn't have a chance to go out and mow the lawn because we had our daughter, and or was it last year or the year before? I don't remember. No, it was 2 years ago when my daughter was born. Yeah, she's almost 2 now, so it was 2 years ago. And we couldn't get to the lawn, so it got to about 2.5 feet tall. It was ridiculous. It was easily over my waist. And we didn't get anything. Like nobody complained about it at all. So that is a bunch of BS. I agree. That's the point of my story. Why is your camera in a different spot? I don't know. Oh, you mean like on the overlay? Because I just wanted to cover chat. I don't want to show chat on the stream in case, you know, who knows what anyone's going to say. 11 HOAs. What? Yeah, it's a good question. How is that enforceable? I don't think it is. Your property. Have you played Apex? Oh god, I forgot to move. Ah! I'm bad. I'm a bad player. I'm a big bad player. All right, you guys got this. Have you played Apex Legends before? I have. I love Apex. I have it on my phone now. It's a phone thing now, apparently. I'm a big dummy. You know what should happen here, though, is the Warlock should resurrect me because he can do that. Recently started playing it. Nice. How do you like it?
Hello there.
Ah, he did it. Ryan, welcome in for the first time ever. Oh, man, I love it. Did I get a thing? Did I get anything? I didn't get anything. I got something before, so it's okay. Live in the frigid time warp prison. Have I not been using a weapon this whole time? I need to figure that out when we get out of here. Okay. Ryan, you're new here. Welcome in. I like it. Nice. Yeah, I really like that. I really like that game. All right, let me get out of here. Levinson's group. I'm so happy they got my channel. Yeah, Ryan, me too. I'm really happy with how we came back to Twitch, and it's just working out very well.
Many lucky
So,
you like.
yeah, that's the whole story. Apparently, I've been down a weapon this whole time, so that's the thing. And 48 should be my normal eye level, so there we go. Okay.
Shop, browse. Smell.
Let's go with Legion artifacts, I suppose, and see what do we want. I'm gonna go with... Apparently I can't dual wield with this, right? I didn't realize it. Thank you for linking the store. Yeah, all right. So I guess we'll just do that. And then I'll take this one. I like that one. Oh yeah, Direwish, how was your ritual? I didn't ask. I'm a bad streamer. Bad friend. Sorry. I know you're not going to agree with me. I hope you don't agree with me, but Anyway. What do we want? Oh, we need a tabard of some kind. Thank you for the shout out for Dire Witch. Oh, Ryan, also thank you for the shout out for Dire Witch. Yeah, of course, it's not gonna work because mod stuff. I had to unmake that available to everyone. Thank you for the shout out for Penta. Gonna pop out for the next run for a moment. Bearden, of course. I'll do one solo. Or you know what we could do also? We gotta go get a guild charter. So maybe I'll just go do that. Want that? Nah. I need a shirt. I don't want to pick that one. I feel like that was probably the one I was using. I don't know why it changed. Pandas have weird shoes. That's my one complaint about pandas. They have weird shoes. It's a weird complaint. But anyway, okay. So now we should have like a cool swirly belt. I want that one. Where is it? There it is. That's what I want. And we apply. Ooh, okay. And we'll save that as Mist Weaver. Apply that to that. Okay, cool. Getting sheep to my house. Getting sheep. Wait, there's sheep? Are you playing V Rising? Thank you for the shout out for MF. I'm gonna head out for now. Jaybirds, if I don't come back, of course, you have a fantastic night as well. Thank you so much for being here. MF, how are you? Had a new coven mate. Oh, I missed the message. Hang on. It was awesome. I had a new coven mate doing it for the first time. Nice. Thank you, Witbutt. Classic Buttspot. Buttspot being a butt. Oh, man. All right. So, do we... Okay. All right. Guys, I can do a thing. Hang on. All right. I'm going to post up a poll. Monk or all right. I'm starting a 1-minute poll. Go ahead and throw in there what you think, what we should do for our next dungeon. Got one vote for Druid. Ooh. Okay. Looks like we're going Druid. Let me get back on my Druid then. I voted. Thank you, Penta. Oh, we got Shaman on the board now. Oh man. Okay. Oh, it's going back up to Druid. I'm gonna get back on my Druid in case it does go Druid, and it actually put some talents into something. All right, guys, this is so much fun. I love this. I hope you guys are having fun too. If it's, hopefully it's fun and or just relaxing to hang out and chill and do this kind of stuff. So thank you guys for being here, by the way. I'm gonna wait for this to respond. There we go. I think it's worth it. Druid is the winner. How did we end up back here? Okay. All right. So this is a resto set. That's the best gear I have, right? Do I have it offhand? No. We need to get better gear for sure. Oh, we do have some better gear. Not necessarily 32 though. All right, let's call that a win for resto. Oh, so I cleaned my stovetop for the first time in a long time. It was all nasty and now it looks good. I'm proud. Nice, witty wife. Butt spot, no. We enjoy butting here with you. Thank you, Direwitch. Thank you for your message, not butt spots. All right. Now we need to figure out what we do with our talents. So I think we definitely want that one. And then we want feral affinity, and we want, I'm trying to just remember what we should pick. Let me look it up. Wowhead.com. Wowhead.com. Your all-around source for Wowhead. That kind of sounds weird, actually, when you say it that way. Oh my God. Novo, thank you for freaking me out with the knocking. Lufty, thank you so much for the lurk. Just a basic day at work. Well, hey, that's better than a bad day at work. Hopefully it goes well for the rest of your day, Lufty. Thank you so much for the lurk. Oh God, Novo, I hate that. I hate that knock. Oh, but thank you for the 25 bits, though. No one's home. Go away. Like I always tell you guys, I have a window right here, and it freaks me the hell out. Knocking, because it just sounds like it's coming from the window. It's horrible. All right, let's get some talents going here. So we want to go with talent builds. Here we go. Oh my God! The sheep. I forgot all about the sheep. I want that, and that. Perfect. Cool. Where? Oh my God, the sheep scream. No, but thank you so much for the 25, the cumulative 50 bits, my friend. As much as you scare the crap out of me with it, thank you so much. Icy Veins, where I got my build back in the day. Yeah, Icy Veins is still a thing. I prefer Wowhead, but I think it's more of a personal preference. And I feel like sometimes the people are the same writing the stuff for both of those. I'm going to visit you and knock you on the knock on the way. Oh my God, that would really creep me out, Penta. I would freak out for a second and be like, oh, it's just the knocking. Oh my God, there's a guy there. Okay. Now the nice thing about this is I actually get a different form, which means I get a different bar. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so I was reading up on how to actually do this because I have no idea how to play feral. So when you switch into cat form, you rake and then you rip. I think that's what it was. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that. And then this one can just go there. Now, what does Flourish do? Extends the duration of my other stuff. Okay. So for this, I feel like I don't necessarily need that in my bar. I'm going to put Innervate. Ironford doesn't really need to be there. Innervate's going to go there. This can go. I guess that can go there. Which is why I'll never play Feral. Okay, be right back. Okay. Feral is about managing your bleeds. Oh, Nobo. Oh, yeah, you play Druid, right? You were a top tier Druid. So I'm not playing Feral per se. I'm playing Resto, which, you know, you play Feral in Resto because it, I mean, I feel like you probably know this anyway, but playing Feral in Resto is like, because you have to do damage in dungeons nowadays. You can't just like heal. I could actually do that. I wouldn't breach trust, but I could. Wait, what? I'm away. I'm going to visit you knocking that window. Oh. Oh, yeah, Witty Wife, you could do that. You could do that. That's scary. Oh, man. I mean, I know you wouldn't, but you could. Now I know what I would do if I'm in a... Please don't. By the way, guys, I sort of hesitate to mention this, but I'm going to anyway. Because I fixed... So I said this before, but in case anyone wasn't here before, I fixed the throne gifts thing. I don't want anyone to buy me anything, but you can suggest gifts, which is funny. So if you guys want to go on there and like suggest ridiculous gifts, I will laugh hysterically. I don't feel like you have to, but I definitely don't buy anything. I put stuff on there just because I was having fun with it, but don't actually buy anything on there because everything on there is kind of expensive. All right. So we want Flourish to be like there. So that's a good one. And then what I need to do is the key bindings, click casting. And then this will be that. And then, okay. So, yeah, I got it. I know how to heal Thrall. So we want, I think Rejuvenation can be left click. And then Regrowth. You know what? Swift Mend, I'll make shift left click. And then Regrowth, I think, is a druid spell. And we can make that right click. And then what's our cleanse ability? Nature's Cure. Okay. So Nature's Cure, we can make control right mouse button. And then we need a shift right click. And that could be Life Bloom. That Charmander play. Oh, I know, right, Witty Wife? Eevee's your favorite? We're gonna have to fight. We're gonna have to fight because ever since they came out with the Pikachu, let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. Now I have to fight everyone who says that. That's a joke, by the way. I don't actually have to do that. So what other healing abilities do we get? I think it's I think we only really have 2 other healing abilities, and one of them, well, we got Wild Growth. All right, let's do that one, and that will be shift right click, maybe. And then we can do control left click for Life Bloom. And then I think that's it. I think we got them all. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Want to know what the best way? Oh my God. I'm reading my own automated messages. Okay. Now, while we're waiting for Bearden, do we do a dungeon while Bearden is out? Or do we...
Many wares.
Do we fix our transmog? We could fix our transmog. We gotta do that anyway. Oh, well, that was easy. We fixed the transmog, guys. A lot of work. Do you have plans to introduce your little one to Pokemon cartoons and stuff? Oh, well, Penta. Funny you should ask. So I did. We last year, I have always been a huge fan of Pokemon. Pokemon was a huge part of my life growing up. And there's always that funny video that people do when they have kids of like introducing them to the Pokemon and doing the test, which is them showing their kid like the 3 starter Pokemon and seeing which one they pick. So we did that, and my daughter picked correctly. I was a proud dad that day. She picked Charmander. We presented her with I actually got little plushy Pokemon. They're little tiny plushy Pokemon, and well, not tiny, they're like and I brought them, we put them in front of her to see which one she would pick. And she went and she got she was like between Squirtle and Charmander, which is of course the best choice because Bulbasaur, we don't talk about Bulbasaur. No Bulbasaur here. But yeah, so she picked Charmander. Charmander was my favorite, so that worked out. I mean, like, how do you, I don't know if you guys have seen the show, like the actual Pokemon show, But Charmander's adorable. I don't know how much a Pokemon I'd go after. Just cute. Yeah, right? I know. Well, okay, so I know a lot about Pokemon because I was really into Pokemon as a kid. But only the original Pokemon. I never got into like the second plus generation of Pokemon, and for good reason, because there are some ridiculous Pokemon nowadays. I don't know if you guys keep up with Pokemon at all, if anyone does. And if you do, I'm sorry if I offend you with my opinion on new Pokemon, but also I don't care because they're stupid. One of them is an ice cream cone. Okay, there is an ice cream cone Pokemon. I mean, what the hell? Nintendo, you got no other ideas? You're gonna literally make an ice cream cone? Ugh. Sorry, I get a little passionate about my Pokemon, okay? But seriously, one of them is actually an ice cream cone. Okay. There's a little chest under here, so I'm gonna grab that. What did we get? Oh, wow, those are really good, actually. Unfortunately, I already had pretty good boots, but I'll take it. I will take it. Better than not getting better boots. So yeah, Charmander was always my favorite starter Pokemon. And, you know, of course, you would have fights with your friends who had, like, not real fights, but people who had, like, different versions of Pokemon than you. You know, you have to fight them and be like, no, my Pokemon's better. And of course they are, because you're right. Because, like, I was right. Charmander was the best. And I don't care if you like Bulbasaur or Squirtle. Squirtle is actually a really cool Pokemon anyway. I mean, there's no wrong choice between Charmander and Squirtle. Same here. I did the first gen, collect them all. Yeah. Oh, see, I haven't had a chance to give any to my daughter yet. Oh, no. Oh, God, that just made me think. I think my whole Pokemon card collection was in the area that got flooded. Oh, man, I hope they're okay. I got to go check on them. Not today. Oh, man. When I was a kid, and Pokemon cards just came out, they were huge. One of my mom's friends.
I think this could be useful. Come meet with me.
One of my mom's friends was amazing. She went out and she got me, like, she bought me the legit Charizard holographic card, which was at the time going for like $100 to just buy it. And she bought that for my birthday. And I was like, I will never forget that. And now she does our taxes, which is not really relevant to the story at all, but she's an accountant. Yeah, it was so awesome. And I won many a Pokemon game because of that card. Fun times. Fun times. I can't wait. You know, I think of this stuff and then it makes me really excited because I'm like, oh, what kind of cool stuff is going to be around for my daughter as she's growing up? You know, like we had all this cool stuff. I can't wait to see what kind of stuff she has. I'm really excited. It's like I get to kind of be a kid again a little bit. I'm giving Bearden 2 minutes and then I'm just going to do one while we're waiting. Butt spot. I wasn't allowed to collect them, but I was able to watch the show after school at my aunt's house. After we stopped going to her house, we had to stop watching the show. And I was thinking, oh, that's sad. I'm sorry, Woody wife. Were your parents just like against the show or what? Get out of here, bird. Oh God, imagine if I just like came out of flight form now. You're gonna become an expert on Barbie. So it's kind of funny you mentioned that. My grandma, when I was really young, my grandma was like super into Barbies, I guess. And I think she wanted a granddaughter because she gave me a suitcase full of Barbie dolls to bring home and play with. And I don't know. Maybe she was trying to make me like turn me into a girly kid. I don't know. But I took them all home and I ripped all of their heads off. And I think I did something else. And basically like what you would expect a boy to do with a bunch of Barbie dolls. So that did not go over well. I don't think it was my fault though. I mean, what do you expect? You give a boy who's into boy stuff a suitcase full of Barbie dolls. What do you think is going to happen? It'd be one thing if I was like, yeah, I like Barbies, but I don't think I ever gave any indication that I would have enjoyed Barbie dolls. No, as kids weren't allowed TV at our actual house. Aunt's house was more kids than adults, so we had to watch whenever the older one. Oh, dude, really? Well, that's sad. I'm sorry, Whitty. My daughter was into Barbie and porcelain. Ooh, porcelain dolls. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous kid's hobby. Not necessarily for the kids, but like for the dolls. At least it would have been for me. I had a tendency to break things. Not necessarily on purpose, just danger prone. Woody, I had a friend like that too. His parents wouldn't let him. Well, okay, so he was allowed to enjoy things, but they wouldn't buy him or spend any money on him in any way. So he never had like any consoles or anything like that. He was really into video games, but he could only play them at my house because his parents wouldn't let him get one. Or any, like, I mean, if he bought it with his own money, they wouldn't care, but we were like in elementary school at the time. So it's not like he was going to end up with a whole lot of money, to go buy his own video game consoles and things. So that was sad, but I kind of get that. Now she's in the army. Oh, wow. Hopefully she didn't bring the porcelain doll collection to the army. I feel like that wouldn't be the best place for a porcelain doll collection. Porcelain dolls are creepy. Yeah, I agree with that. One of my grandmas would always gift them to me and they were all stuck in the attic. Oh no. You know what I think is the creepiest thing though? My grandma, so the same grandma that was all into the Barbies and stuff, she was always on like the cutting edge of technology and stuff. And she would just buy whatever the new cool thing was. And she got, when Furbies first came out, she collected those and she got some for me, and they were the most terrifying thing ever. Like so she had some, and like those things, I mean, I remember them going off in the closet and being like, hungry. And like, it didn't even have batteries in it. They're just like demonic possessed little things. I hate them. They're terrifying. I have a Furby. Oh God. Get rid of it, Dire Witch. The only way to destroy a Furby is to cast it into the fire of the volcano in which it was forged. So, you know, keep that in mind. What have I done? Oh, it didn't even hit me. Dumb bird. Furbies are creepy too. My dad ended up burning all of ours after he heard them talking late at night. See? We also have a dancing Groot's cute. That's fine. Not creepy. Furby, creepy. Dancing Groot, fine. Totally fine. All right. So I don't know when Bearden's gonna be back. So I'm just gonna run dungeon because, you know, probably more fun than just running around herbing. And then when Bearden gets back, we'll have him join back up. Collected all toys and sorts in my 30s and got a job at Toys R Us. Oh my God. See, I love collecting toys and things like that too, Penta. I have a couple, I would love to get more, but I have a couple from WoW actually. I have an Arthas, little Arthas toy, a little Sylvanas toy, that my friend Skywarden got for me. I love those things. That was like, Actually, that was one of the first things I saved when I knew that the other room had flooded. I ran in there and grabbed them off the shelf because I love those things so much. And I also have a little Jaina and a little Savannah statue too. I want to get some more of the stuff off the Blizzard store. They have some cool statues and things. They actually have a ridiculous Arthas statue I would love to get. It's like $1,000. That's... We have a Murloc statue? Did you get that from the Blizzard store? I was looking for Murloc stuff on there. I didn't see anything. But yeah, that's like a goal for the stream, you know. One of my things that I want to do, and I have to do at some point an office tour. I still owe that from our original charity stream. So I will do that at some point. But the way that I have my office set up right now, there's a wall immediately behind the camera. And then my desk is just set up against the wall. And what I want to do is like turn it sideways so that I'm facing that way. And then I can put stuff on the wall over here behind me. So I can make like little shelves and things like that to display like pop figures and little statues and memorabilia and things like that. So that's like a long-term stream goal, right? And this is not what I meant to do. I wanted to do time walking. Oh well, that's fine. So anyway, that's the stream goal of mine. But let's see. We are going very quickly. No kidding, I even had a Teletubbies PO and ended up getting fired too. Is really say what? You've got to be kidding. There, what? What do I have? No way. Okay, well, he died. I forgot what all my buttons do. And we pulled a lot, and we're going to die. Oh my god. Hey, Ash. I'm going to get yelled at for sucking a lot, which is fine, because it's not wrong. Oh, yeah, I did hit the right button. Oh, of course. Of course. Of course it would go after Ash immediately. Why wouldn't it? Ash, glad to see you though. How are you? How was Fork Knife? I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna use Tranquility. This is good. I'm learning to heal, so it's fine. Oh! I hit a button. I don't know what it does, but I hit it. Feel like a child. That's fine, right? Oh, God. I feel like this person is just pulling way too much and hates me. Can't say I don't know what fully butt sent. Are you trying to trigger butt spot? Is that your goal? Oh my god. There is like so much chaos right now. Oh, okay. What is this even like? What is going? Where is our other monk? Fly out of range. Oh! Why do these people hate me? Like 6 or 7 and not knowing where is. Oh my god. That is unbelievable that a Teletubby would do that. Isn't that it? I mean, that's a kid's toy. Why would it say that? I'm honestly like blown away by this. I don't understand. Oh. Okay, here we go. Oh god, we don't want to be over here. Okay. The precursor to Lexus. Oh, nice. I mean, you're not really wrong either. That's the thing. What are you? This guy named Doritos? He is. This guy's name is Doritos. Hey, we actually killed something. God, that was embarrassing. The first part of that was just awful. 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 All right, let's see if this is. Let's see if this is a little better. Dyer and I still have our druid and warlock. Actual t-shirt. They made t-shirts for the classes? I don't even remember that. Oh man, I do remember back, like way back in the day, and they had like all of the famous people doing commercials for it. That was cool. Where's my ash button? Need. Oh god. Okay, I have an ash mischief button, and I call it that because it's like fuck it all. I'm hitting it. Cast all the things. Yes, Mr. T. Oh, that was so funny. Who else was in it? There's Mr. T. And then they have Jack Black did one of them too. Why were 23 messages deleted by a moderator? Did I miss something? Why was Witty Wife timed out? I don't know. Witty Wife, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. I don't know if there's a way to untime out people. I know Witty Wife didn't do anything wrong. So that's weird. Maybe, oh, Witty Wife might have posted a link. Thank you, Ash. Did you try posting a link, maybe?
Wonderful. More test subjects. Unleash the plague borders.
Okay. Yeah, it'll do that. Maybe I wonder if I can fix that. Thank you, Ash. I honestly don't know how to do that myself, so glad Ash knows. This is So much harder than I would have expected for a heroic, but I think it's because I have terrible gear.
I will dissect you myself.
Oh, God. Oh my God. This guy just has a death wish. That's all there is to it. Okay, I can't revive because we're in combat. Here we go. Thank you for posting that, Ash. I'm gonna go read that later. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna read it right now, but definitely not on stream. It's like, well, this is my life for the next 5 minutes. Yeah, I wish it would just like not time people out for that. I think I could probably fix that. I imagine. I still have a bunch of things I mean to fix with the stream. So I'll probably have that done over the weekend for next week. By the way, not sure whether or not we'll be streaming on Monday next week because of the holiday. Why am I? What, did I pull this guy? Did I do that? Am I the villain?
Imbeciles.
Posted his Discord. Oh, thank you, Witty Wife.
Watch your step.
Next procedure will be a real.
I think the only real heal I have that's a big heal is regrowth, so I'm just gonna spam that on myself.
AOE incoming.
Yeah, maybe I should just.
What this needs is some flesh. Consume. It's time this experiment
I need to fix
has
this.
an explosive result.
Ha! Okay. Okay. It's okay. I won't be up to it on Monday. Anyway. Understandable, Penta.
Should do nicely.
Oh.
What this needs is some flesh. Consume.
Alright. Fuck it all button.
I nearly got it.
Here we go.
So you emerge victorious.
I think I pulled the boss. That was on me. That was my bad. I'm a bad person. Oops. All right, so that's not necessarily negative self-talk. That's just me calling myself out for pulling the boss when the tank wasn't even there. Look at me pulling Leroy Jenkins. We didn't do anything to celebrate Leroy Jenkins' anniversary. Can I say this game forces more reminders about self-talk? Okay, that's fair. I mean, even I'm toxic. That's how toxic this game is sometimes.
Correct.
I'm toxic. I'm only toxic against myself, though, so I think it's okay. All right. At least, you know what? Though I purposely put the camera here so that you guys can't see the chat in case it does get toxic, and they didn't say anything. So, you know, there's that. The tank left. I don't know why. So now we have to wait for a new tank, I guess. What do we have in here anyway? We got a monk, we've got a mage, we've got a druid, another druid. Toxic. Yes. Why did I have? Hang on. There we go. Toxic. I love my little toxic crayons. Anyway, so Ash, I don't know if I noticed if you said it, but what made you start playing Fortnite? Evoke the spirits, such a good spell. Batman dance. Oh God! Looking for something new to play. That's reasonable. Have you tried Apex? I really like Apex. Although, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Fortnite either. Just curious. Bearden also plays Fortnite, as do a few of our other kind of stream regulars, like Gacho Taco and Mighty Chungus. No. Yeah. Oh my God. My brain's not working today. It's never working. Who am I kidding? Self-talk, I'm sorry.
You will not stop
Oh my
me.
God. How about 4-butt-0 build? What's a oh my, I almost said Fortbutt. What's a Fortnite 0 build?
No target has escaped me. Fear the dagger in the dark.
I do like kitty weaving. What is throwing axes around? Is this the boss? God, I haven't done this dungeon in so long. That is what I did. Oh, that's where you don't build stuff, right? Yeah, okay, I know what that is. I know what that is. I know things. Whoa! Cat got zoomies. Where am I? Fortnite without the building. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's the one thing that I don't like, or I never really liked about Fortnite, was the building. It makes it feel so clunky to me.
Expecting you.
I'm gonna head out. Hubby's already in bed. And I'm like, all right, Witty Wife. Well, have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. I have a lot to read. I have the article. I gotta go watch Cosmic's cosplay clip too. We got a hefty after stream bill here. The mother of plagues.
Behold, my final work, my pride, and my doom.
What's the doom? I don't really get it. She's not dead. Obviously.
My house waits with life.
Wow! Oh, I had so much time to get out of the way for that. I don't know what I was afraid of at all. And I think there's gonna be more. Yeah, okay. Easy peasy. Penta, when you play, did you have the fiery cat form? I honestly don't even know how I have the fiery cat form. Ah, Kraken! 10 tickles. So many tickles in this dungeon. Yeah, the worst part of this is I don't think I can get anything gear-wise from this dungeon at all. The gear is like not even up to par with what I have. I just feel guilty like abandoning people. Yep, that's worse than the one I have. Way worse than the one I have. 10 tickles. Now, back in my day, we used to have to heal uphill both ways in the snow. Oh, well done. Okay. Well done. All right. What do we got here? We got it's 10:38. I think we have time for one more. What do you guys think? You want to do one more? An actual oh my god, that wasn't even heroic. The worst. The worst. What's wrong with me? Oh, maybe somebody will be killing this thing. I haven't been able to kill this rare yet. Pizza Lord! Can I please get a shout out for the amazing Pizza Lord? Another shout out for the amazing Pizza Lord. How was your stream? What were you? Oh, you're playing Kirby. I saw that before. How was your stream? How's Kirby? I've never played a Kirby game in my life. Unless you count Super Smash Brothers, which I don't think I would. It was goof. Did you mean good or did you actually mean goof? Okay. We are still playing WoW. Nothing like Kirby. Oh man, that's cool though. I've so many shout outs. Of course, Pizza Lord, you deserve all the shout outs because you are amazing. So tell me about Kirby, because I've played one Kirby game on a Game Boy one time, and I have no idea what a non-Game Boy Kirby would be like. Ooh, my partner has a WoW tattoo. Oh, really? What is it? Ooh, is this Utgard? Utgard Keep, yes! Oh my god, I love this dungeon. I haven't done this dungeon in so long. All right, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Let's do it. Let me look this up real quick. Okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm sorry. God, I used to love this dungeon so much. Eek. Look at me, I'm out DPSing the Rep Paladin. What a noob. Horde logo. Okay. Oh, well, then Penta will like you, because Penta is mad at me for not playing Horde. Maybe not mad. Mad's not the right word. Oh, this guy's dying. This guy's taking damage. What's the other team? Alliance. I'm playing Alliance right now. So Alliance is like night elves and humans and dwarves and all the civilized races. All the civilized people of the world. Horde is the orcs, Tauren, undead, etc., etc. Although next week, patch is going to basically unite the two, kind of, because you can. What gamer? Hello, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? Broke my train of thought completely. What gamer, how are you today? You're just in time to see us murdering people on our own team in Utgard Pinnacle. I mean, oh sorry, Utgard Keep. Think of a shout out for what gamer? How was your stream? Well, lions are kind of evil, folks. Alliance are not the evil ones. In fact, the Horde aren't evil either. Nobody's evil. Nobody's evil at all. We're all just running around having fun together. Except this guy. This guy's evil because he's just taking so much damage. Hey, doing well? Just done. Oh my god. I have not played that game. We were just talking about Pokemon a little while ago. That's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. Okay, so what are outbreaks? I haven't played so I played Pokemon Sword, but I didn't beat it. So what are outbreaks? I eventually want to get that game. I just haven't yet. It's fun. I really get the big Not that big of okay. Well, that's good. So, I mean, it's a good game, obviously, if like people that aren't that into Pokemon love it. It's a good sign. We were just talking about Pokemon because one of our other viewers, Witty Wife, she's like me, was like really into Gen 1, but then didn't really get much into Pokemon after Gen 1. And I was talking about how I hate that like Pokemon now, like there is a Pokemon that is legitimately an ice cream cone, which I'm just like, what is this? What are you doing, Nintendo? But I mean, I like ice cream and all. But the hat I usually wear on the channel is a Ben and Jerry's hat, so I can't say too much against ice cream in general. But okay, yeah. So in Sword, you can see Pokemon in the wild, it's like that. But most will actually attack you. Yeah, so I saw some people streaming it, and I did. That was really interesting to me because that's so far from a normal Pokemon game. It's a very novel kind of idea. A large gathering of Pokemon. Okay. I have to check that out at some point. What is up, Mind of Y? Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Candy? Ice cream Pokemon? Yeah, there's an ice cream Pokemon. How are you, Candy? Blizzard cake Pokemon. Yeah. That's actually fitting with what we're doing right now anyway. How are you, friend? Okay. So I have to scroll back up a little bit. Sorry. I've played since Gen 2. How do you even say it? Is it Arceus? Shield or my first one? Oh, so you played Shield. Okay. I wonder if it's any different than Sword. I assume it's just basically the same game with different Pokemon, right? Good. Just eating, of course. What'd you make? Did you make what was it you usually make? It's not lemon chicken, right? It's like you had a really cool glaze. What was it? Mind of Why? Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, look up. It's vanilla. That's the one I was talking about, right? It's that's the one that's the ice cream cone. Arceus. Okay. Cool. I can do things. I can pronounce some things. Is that like the name of the area that you're in the game? Is that why it's called that? Actually, no, I played Pokemon, the new Pokemon Snap. That was really good too. Apparently that is literally God. Oh, okay. That's quite a leap from like the normal naming conventions for Pokemon, I think. We have chicken wrap. Oh, chicken wraps. Nice. I used to make Chipotle mango. That's what it was. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Speaking of Chipotle, I found out from Jordan the other day that you guys don't have Chipotle in Canada. Do you need me to mail you some? We can mail you some Chipotle if you guys need it. I've gotten more lazy now by roasted chickens from Lister. Oh, hey. Nothing wrong with that, Candy. Nothing wrong there. Chicken wraps are indeed dope, What Gamer. Absolutely. Wait, but you can order seasonings off Amazon. I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, we don't have them. Nothing to worry. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, so we don't usually get Chipotle either, but it is good. I mean, my wife does not like Chipotle because we also have Moe's. Do you guys have Moe's? We like Moe's a little better because there's more options. You guys don't have Moe's either? Oh no. If it makes you feel any better, so I mean, I'm assuming you might not even know what a Moe's is if you don't have one, but it's basically like a Mexican Subway. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't even know if you have Subway, but yes to Costco. Reading back up a little bit. Just make sure. Okay. I'm caught up. Oh, you have Qdoba. Okay. I always say Qdoba. I don't know if that's actually how you say it. I hope it is. So that's basically Moe's. Yes to Subway. Okay. So Moe's is basically like a Mexican Subway where you can get like a variety of things and then they just have a bunch of toppings and you can put whatever you want, like a burrito or whatever, right? And Chipotle is like the kind of slightly upscale version of that. No, don't you dare heal you. Oh, you healed. Don't worry, Ash. I can't spell either. We used to have... I'm going to keep saying Qdoba unless somebody else like corrects me because I don't... I don't know if I'm saying it wrong or not. But I feel like that's how you got to say it. But we used to have one around here and that was really good. And I don't know... I honestly don't know if I liked it because the people that worked there were hilarious or if it was actually good. But I love that place. Lying. Oh, you do have Chipotle. Well, then you and Jordan are lying because Jordan's the one who told me that you guys don't have Chipotle. Qdoba. Yeah, okay. That guy died way too fast. Oh, right. There's more that happens. He comes back. In the big city. Okay. Well, I feel like a big city is probably going to have way more options, so that makes sense. I'm fantastic, Candy. Thank you for asking. How are you guys? How's Oron? Is this ready to fight the dragon? No. I think you're thinking of Dragon Soul. Ooh, you got a thing I can use. Can I has? I like little city. I'm not a big city person myself. Okay, apparently I cannot has, so that's fine. I'm just gonna leave. He's good. Bachelor parties this week. Oh, nice. Do you have a bachelorette party too? I don't know. I only played it once. Felt like a fever dream. Yeah, that seems accurate. So that was just a dungeon. It wasn't a raid. As I do not... it is correctly pronounced in a Pokemon encyclopedia I have is Arceus. Okay. Well, hey, if you have the encyclopedia, then we can't debate that. What's Oron's? Mine was I don't know what Oron is doing. Mine was kind of a mix. I don't know. So for my bachelor party, a bunch of my friends showed up at my apartment in a car and they threw a pillowcase over my head, threw me in the car, and then we went to a steakhouse and had a steak dinner and played Halo. 3-day weekend, right? Oh my God, Ash. I know. I'm so excited. Time watch boss. Thank you, Penta. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, I don't think we have time to do another one, but, so yeah, what is Oron doing and what are you doing? Now I have to ask. Just going back through the messages. It kind of makes it more confusing because now, like in Twitch chat, like all the moderators have the little green boxes and the mentions have like boxes. So it's almost harder for me to read, I feel like. It's weird. Oh. The person who I asked if I could have the thing messaged me and was like, oh, I'm sorry, I left really quick. So I have to amend my statement. I mean, I didn't really think they were a jerk or anything like that, but I have to clear their name and say that they, in fact, were nowhere near a jerk. They were very nice and they actually apologized for running off and not loot sharing. So bravo to them. Okay, he's renting an Airbnb, going to some breweries, and playing disco golf. Or wait, disco golf, poker. Well, that sounds fun. Staying home and have some laser and games, drink. See, that's my kind of party. That's what I would do. In fact, that's exactly. Oh, disc. Okay, I was like, I know what disc golf is, but I don't know what disco golf is. That sounds like a great time, though. Hope he has fun. Yeah, so from, like I said, for mine, we kind of did what you're talking about, but it wasn't at my house. It was at a friend's house. We went out, had steak dinner, which I was like, oh man, steak. Cause up until that point, I'd never had a good steak in my life. Like my mom, would make steak occasionally, but she would just burn the crap out of it. And I thought I hated steak. So the nice thing about my bachelor party was I learned that steak is not actually terrible. It's delicious. So we did that, and then we played Halo, got drunk and played Halo. I mean, there was drinking involved, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope his is fun. I hope yours is super fun. If it's made right, then it's made right. Yeah, exactly. But don't go after candy. But yeah, I have spent a long time since then trying to perfect the art of a steak, which I think I'm close to. Rude, right? You should see that thing, Candy. You should see Buttspot go after Ash. It's real bad. It's real bad. Anyway, back to 3-day weekend. I am so excited for 3-day weekend. I miss a good steak, but well, red meat. Oh yeah, right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Direwitch. I'll stop talking about steak. Anyway. Okay. So, I'm going to scroll back up because I feel like I missed something. I think we're good. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk more to What Gamer about the dungeon thing. So we were doing a dungeon. So this week in WoW is time walking. So you can go back and do like old expansion dungeons and they scale you down to the dungeon level. But then when you're done, they scale the gear you get up to your level. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice, I just like the fun of going back and doing old expansion dungeons. And then the one that you were talking about is a raid. So that was like a 25-person dungeon, and there's a lot more bosses. It takes a lot longer, but I think that one was it's weird. A lot of people didn't like it. I kind of liked it, but I've never did it when it was current. I went back and did it like solo just to see it and get some of the loot. Oh, Candy, absolutely no problem. You spam away. I have nothing against it, but been restricted to chicken. Oh yeah, I don't want to like be like, oh yeah, red meat steak, so good, so good. Don't you love it? Oh yeah, you can't have it. You know, I feel like I'm just being a jerk if I keep talking about how much I love steak and how good it is, and you can't hate it. But anyway, I honestly though, I like chicken a whole lot more than steak. Steak is like I like it every once in a while, but I'm almost more of a vegetarian, honestly. I like meat too much to be a vegetarian like entirely, but usually I eat more stuff that does not include meat. Like if I could probably go forever without eating meat and not be upset about it, but I don't actively try to avoid meat. Yeah, time walking was a fun experience when I saw it in Legion. Yeah, I love time walking just because, you know, it's like, one, it's a nice change of pace, and two, it's fun to go back to those old dungeons and like get a little nostalgia dosage, you know. Oh, absolutely. What Gamer, thank you so much for your lurk. Thank you so much for the raid, bringing your community in here. Enjoy your post stream hangout with the puppy and the family. And guys, can we get one more shout out for What Gamer and Pizza Lord as well? Pizza Lord, I don't know if you're still there or you ran off to do some after stream stuff. But thank you both so much for the raids. Oh, the encyclopedia I mentioned is called Pokemon Super Exclusive Deluxe Essential Handbook. Wow, that is a mouthful. And then we're gonna find. Okay. What is it? Wait. I gotta scroll back up. Hang on. Arceus. Wow! Thank you for the shout out. That scared the crap out of me because I wasn't expecting it. All right. And thank you for the shout out for Pizza Lord. All right, guys. So, with that all being said, yes. So I was getting there, Ash. I could just run around here and like jump on everything for hours. Ash, have a great night. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you again for unbanning Witty Wife because none of us knew how to do it. Too many shout outs, I know, right? Okay. So to everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for the raids. Thank you for hanging out and just chatting and enjoying some fun WoW time walking and me trying desperately to be effective at healing in World of Warcraft. Oh man. So yeah, I hope you all have a great night. We're gonna be back. Actually, let's go to chatting. I'll do my little I gotta move my green screen again. So I hope you all have a fantastic night. We'll be back tomorrow for variety night. That's gonna be a fun one. Tomorrow's our first kind of like variety night with the new format. So we have 5 games that are going to be on the variety wheel. We're going to spin the variety wheel and see what we get, and we're going to play that. So if it's like Faz or another community game or a game that has multiplayer, it'll be community night for that. Otherwise it'll just be potentially like a horror game one-shot playthrough kind of thing. So yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get a good one. And I think that's all I got. All right. So thank you all again for being here. Let's find someone to raid out to. Anyone have any suggestions? Oh, you know who we haven't raided out to in a while? Actually, I don't even know if we've ever raided out to Jordan. So Jordan's a really good friend of our channel. Speaking of Jordan, and he's currently playing V Rising, which we were talking about a little earlier. So I think we're going to raid out to Jordan tonight. So everyone, if you are, let me do this. I'm going to do this correctly. We're going to do this stuff. I got my end music. I'm a big streamer. I know how to do big streaming. I'm not a big streamer, but you know, I'm a professional. I know how to do professional things. So Darth, take care as well. Candy, have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. All right. And of course, Direwitch and Penta, thank you so much for everything that you guys do too. And have a great night. Let me get this raid started. All right. So if you guys are subbed to the channel, go ahead and use that. If you're not subbed to the channel, grab that one. Spam the heck out of the chat when we get there. And make sure, if you have some time, hang out and check out V Rising, because it is such a cool game. I love it. And I'll probably go and play some more of that next time I have time to, you know, be on my computer and not stream. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Was it the guitar solo? Yeah, people have told us that before.
Okay, I don't know what this is. That is not my YouTube video, so I don't know what we're doing there. Night, everybody.